Alright, hey guys, so for the next step in our grid drawing project, you're going to need to take your own reference photo. In the assignment packet, it refers to like body image or body section, basically because I want you drawing something human on yourself or human on another person. And so I'm going to walk you through the next steps. So I've taken a picture of myself here, I've converted it into black and white. And then I'm back in this lovely program, Photor, because there are some things about my picture that I don't quite like. So for example, my darks, there's a few of them in here. My midtones, there's a whole bunch of them. There's a lot of very light grays going on, and it's not the most interesting picture. And what I want to do in this exercise is create a really strong value range, so all the way from my darkest darks to my lightest lights, and I'm lacking in that a little bit. So what I'm going to do now is go to edit it. I'm in the basics section. I'm going to see if I brighten it, then I start losing my darks. So I'm lowering the brightness a little bit here, making those darks darker. So now suddenly these areas that were very light gray are becoming middle to deep tone darks, which is really great. And then contrast, I can exaggerate the contrast in my photo a little bit. If I crank it up all the way, in this section here, I lose a whole bunch of structure in my face, so that's not very interesting. So I'm going to find a good balance here. And okay, perfect. I think I've got a really good value range happening in this picture now. And for my final step, when I look at this, this is way too complicated of an image. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to find the most interesting section, and I'm going to crop it, because I want to keep this simple and not too complicated. So when I look in this little box, this section here is interesting, but I don't have that much value range. I only have some middle tones, a little bit of dark, a little bit of light. This, I kind of like that one. So let's apply, crop, and yeah, I actually think this is alright. I get a nice value range in there. I can play a little bit with emphasizing those highlights, and then I'm going to go ahead and save this file to print. And same thing, these other two pictures I'll show you really quickly. These are really nice photographs that I just sourced online. When you take your picture and you have to be the person who takes the picture, again, crop it to one section. So this is a really wonderful picture of somebody, but I don't need that whole thing. So here I go. I'm going to apply and crop that eye. And that's what I would draw for my piece. And let's see, no, I'm not going to save it. Next thing here, great picture, dark values, light values, everything in between, but way too much going on for this first exercise. So I'm going to give myself a nice little box here, find the section I wish to draw, and apply. And then I would just be focusing on this section for my drawing. Basically, for this exercise, you are building your skills in replicating images accurately and also replicating those values accurately. So crop your images down so you're not working with something so complex.